Forgot to mute my computer. Hi, good morning. Everybody got their caffeine? I'm going to get YouTube set up, and then I'm going to go live on Instagram. Where are we at? Hello, Wholesale Thrift. Sandy. Okay, now let's go live on Instagram. There we are. Hey, Willie. Hey, Brooke. Brooke, are the girls are out for summer, right? Brooke, we need to have a daily sip sesh. We need to do that. We need to figure that out. Good morning, Helen. Pedro says good morning, too. I told her. Good morning, Norma. Hello, Amy. I'm talking away. Oh, were you talking to me on Marco Polo? Oh, no. You're sick, Brooke? What happened? Hi, Brenda. Hi, Bronson. Thank you so much, Susan. Hi, Jessica. Are you doing good? I was thinking about you the other day, and I meant to send you a message, and I just got busy, and I forgot. But you've been on my heart lately, Jessica. I hope that you're doing fine. Every time I wash my dishes, I think of you, girl, because you sent me all those scrubbies. Jerry, you need to come down to Bedford so we can have a daily sip day too. Oh, well, that's gross, Jessica. It's the last day of school for Bronson. The last day is the last week of school is so exciting. I know it's tiring, and I know that the kids are just done, but that's the one I missed, the first and the last weeks of school. I'm eating my Gruens. I haven't ate them, but I figured, hey, Laura, all my friends are here. Not all of them, but a lot of my friends are here. Miriam Cipriano and damn it, Janet. Janet, I made a reel this morning. I'm having a sale on YouTube with Enamour Amy tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So make sure that you come to Enamour Amy's YouTube channel tomorrow night at 7. All the stuff behind me. Anyway, I was creating a reel, and I almost used the Damn It Janet song, and it made me think of you, damn it, Janet. Hi, MB. MB, you need to come to Indiana so we can have a daily sip date too. Well, Jerry's in Indiana already. Hi, Patty girl. I was thinking, I'm not going to be able to do this until after, sorry, I'm moving my table around, until it's probably will be like towards the first week of July. I want to have a meetup at Daily Sip, and I'll create a thing, and so y'all can come down if you are in the area. We can meet. Actually, we should meet at Apron Strings and have breakfast. Zona is in Indiana too. She's near Kokomo. We can have breakfast at Apron Strings, and then right around the corner from Apron Strings is Daily Sip. Yes, Amy, we're going to do this. So we meet, we have breakfast together. We go over to Daily Sip, and then we will caravan. I'll look in to see how much it would be to rent a van. I don't know. Nobody wants me to drive that, but we could caravan to, the local antique shops here. Obviously, Southern Roots, where my booth is. Hi, Tandy Martin. Off the Tai Chi. Isn't that where you do this in slow motion? Am I doing it right? Was I doing it right? Oh, a limo. Hi, Cindy. Coffee. Well, listen, ever since, let me finish my thought first. They closed, MB. They closed. But what we'll do is we'll go to the shops here in Bedford, and then we'll go down to Salem, and we'll go to Huckster's Hall, and we'll go to Nana's, and we'll go to, there's a really good Goodwill there. And then there's a really good Mexican restaurant in Salem, and we'll have our margaritas there. But yeah, they closed that one on the corner. I know. Crazy. Hey girls, how you doing? I told her, Pedro. Helen. I already told her. I know. So we should do that. But they think like sometime in the first week of July. Because I'm going to be like a prisoner that has been released. Because I won't be able to, I can't drive for a long time. I'm going to be a prisoner in my own home. So I'll create a little thing and I'll put it out there. So if you want to come and like, it might be a little bit of a drive for you, you'll have time to plan. But I think it would be fun to go and stop and support these local businesses. I'm not going to be able to do a pop-up this year because of my surgery. And in December, we're going to Germany. Do you want to go to Germany with us? I have a few spots still available. We're going to be doing vintage shopping in Germany and the Czech Republic. We're going to Dresden, so maybe we'll find some Dresden lace. That's my mission. I want to find some affordable Dresden lace in Dresden. And then we're going to the Czech Republic. So we're doing the Christmas markets. We're going to multiple Christmas markets, which you know what that means. Eating, drinking mulled wine, wassail, Santa, Advents, and eating. That's the main thing. So that is going to be, you can't really drive to Germany unless you live there. Hi, Thrifting with ADHD. I hope you're doing well. You got a sale. Is it tomorrow? Or am I getting my Canadians confused? You'll be there on your birthday, but I'm not a good flyer. Yes, tomorrow. Okay. I was like, I couldn't remember if it was you or if it was Daria. It's you, my friend. Listen. Hi, Nancy girl. I hope you have a great week too. Go and check out the catalog tomorrow for Emerald City and Thrifting with ADHD. They have some amazing things. They're always bringing such on fire, great, kitschy, just really highly desirable vintage pieces. Check out their catalog. Get in your pre-bids. It's very easy to do. Where's my phone? Now, I want to also say too, while I'm showing you this, if you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, mainly if you're watching on YouTube and Instagram or Facebook, and you come to the YouTube sales a lot, but you're not coming over you're not checking out Vamp at all. Hi, Jean. Hi, LaDonna's having a sale today at noon too. Y'all need to check that out. She's always bringing the fire too. She likes her Victorian. So come and check that out. But it's not an app. I mean, it is an app, but you don't have to download an app. And let me eat my one last vitamin. You don't have to download the app. You just go to virtualantiquemarketplace.com on your Google. So you don't have to download anything. I think that's a confusion that a lot of people, they're like, I don't want to download another app. I don't want to, or I had a bad experience on the WN and I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do that. You don't have to download anything. You just go to, and you can do it on your phone. Just go to your Google search, your little browser, or if you're on your computer, go into your computer and just type in virtualantiquemarketplace.com. You can go into a little search if you're just looking for Fenton, if you're just looking for ephemera, if you're just looking for Kewpie. We actually have a whole category for Kewpies. Then you'll be able to find the things that you're looking for. And I'm going to do this right now so you can see. I have an Android phone. Hi, Jilly. What's PW mean? What's that mean, Jerry? My PW won't work on Vamp anymore. I have to figure that out. Am I that dense that I don't know? Oh, password. All you have to do is contact support, and they will help you with it really, really quick. Really, really quick. So I have an Android phone, so I don't have an app. I can't download an app, but I've saved it on my home screen. So I just go to virtualantiquemarketplace.com. And so you can see like the live sales all right here. So look, you can pop into my live sale. Look, there we are. Ooh. Okay, we're going to pop out of that. But I'm going to see, let's see. I'm going to pull up. What's the first thing that I see that I think is cool? Well, there's lots of things, but I'm going to pop up. Okay. Ooh, I like that. It's a wuzzle. So this is Two Dizzy Cats, who is the Vamp seller of the month. Two Dizzy Cats has this great wuzzle with the books. So there's a little heart right next to it. So I'm going to tap on that heart. And then Two Dizzy Cats is going to get a notification that somebody liked their listing, and they can decide if they want to send an offer or not. Or I can make an offer. I could tap that little make an offer, and I could be like, I'd really like this for $25. That's a fair offer. You know, I'm not going to send someone, I'm not going to say $15 because that's and we don't, a reasonable offer. You know, don't be a jerk. A reasonable offer. And then, so if that makes you feel a little uncomfortable and you're like, I'm just going to like it. And then let the seller then send you an offer. And then if you still don't like that, you can counter offer. So go through and just start hearting things that you see that you like. It really is a boost for the seller to know that their items are getting some looks. And you never know. They may be like, if they're like me, which I have things that I have listed on that I would just like to see go. And so sometimes if someone will send me an offer or they'll like something, I'm going to send them a really good offer because I am sick of looking at it and I want it to go away from my site. So you can sometimes get something for a pretty good deal. Can I ask what ephemera is? I hear you talk about it. Ephemera is just paper products. Like Thursday night, I'm selling some ephemera packs. So it's just paper. Like paper dolls is considered ephemera. Some like posters or like advertisement sheets. It's basically paper. Paper products is ephemera. I don't even know, honestly, where the origins of that came from, but it's paper. It's paper products, basically. Also, I wanted to say too, if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, you're only seeing a very limited amount of chat. If you're on YouTube, you're only seeing the YouTube chat. Oh, no problem. There is never a silly question to ask. That's how we learn. You learn from asking questions, and you raise your hand and ask a question, and either me or somebody in the chat will gladly help you and help answer your questions. Hi, Vinny's. Oh, there she is. You did it. Now all you need to do is, thank you, Jilly. Of course, Jilly would know because French is her first language. Something that was not meant to last for. Well, see, now that you say that, isn't that beautiful? Honestly, that's kind of stuff that I like to buy and sell, are the things that literally people thought needed to go in the trash. like the old advertisement tins and that kind of thing. Okay, so let me show you something. Vinny's Vault, Jerry in Indiana now. It's very easy to change your emoji and your name. You just go, you can do this on the app. Well, or if you've got the app, you can do it on the app. You can also go on the computer and do it. But I've never done it on my phone, so I don't know, maybe you. Okay, so on your phone, when you're on Vamp, those 3 little lines, I know it probably looks different depending if you're iPhone, but you just go to Profile, you tap Profile, and then Edit Profile, and then Account. Yeah, Account. That's where you can change your icon. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a fancy branding. It could just be like a flower or a cat or Elvis. Whatever you want your icon to be, change it to that. Specifically, if you have applied to sell on Vamp, that's the first thing that when I'm looking through applications, and I'm going to be doing that today. So if you've applied and you're waiting, we do approvals once a month. I hand select everybody. I go through it and I hand select, but one of the first things that I look at, do they have a profile picture? So change your profile picture. That's the first step. And then you can also go in and change your name. And also it's hot. Don't put your phone. There's a spot for you to put your phone number in. Don't do that. Don't put your phone number in. But there's a little blurb where you can say a little bit about you. That's what's going to show up on your profile page. It just lets people get to know a little bit more about you. Even if you're not a seller, if you're just if you're just a buyer and you just want to engage in the community, it just gives people a little bit, they kind of get to know you a little bit more. So I highly recommend doing that, specifically if you are wanting to sell. Think about your brand, think about branding, what you want your name to be. Sometimes if your name is like, if my name was just Misty Pate, there's nothing wrong with that. But maybe think about how you want it, like Misty's Vintage. I was going to say Misty's Vintage Box, but that does not sound right. Misty's Vintage Treasures, or you know what I mean? Like, make it sound like, your booth name, your business name, because it's a business, I'm always so happy to help. So at any point, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and you're interested in being a seller, or if you have just a generic question about Vamp, what is Vamp, always send me a message. I often find it very, very strange. I will admit I am behind on my emails. I'm about a week behind on some of my emails, so I'm trying to get caught up. But I have always found it very strange when I reply back to someone and they're like, I can't believe that you replied back. And I'm like, I'm just replying back to your email. But always, 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 always ask a question. Again, I'm the type of person that I always ask a lot of questions. So that's how you learn. So there isn't a question that is a dumb question or a silly question. Questions help everybody. And honestly, too, if someone asks a question, and sometimes that makes me kind of step back and think, okay, that is probably something that I need to address. And one of those things is what I mentioned earlier, is that you don't have to have the app. You don't have to download anything. You could just go on your browser, type in virtualantiquemarketplace.com. We are our own domain. So you're only going to see Vamp sellers. So come over there and check it out. Join us. It's completely free. We have a lot of chat rooms. Karen is great. She asks like a vintage question of the day. We have a spot where you can share some of your collections. So just becoming an active and involved person in the community, once you start to sell, or if you make the decision that you want to start selling, then people are already going to know you. So Willie is a perfect example. Once Willie decides he wants to start selling, once we can pry things out of his cold, dead hands, not so dead hands, He is such an active community member. And same with Karen G. Same with Karen Gillette. They are such active community members that once they do decide to sell and they have a sale, people are going to want to buy from them. They know them. They recognize them. They feel comfortable with them just by them coming in and communicating and participating in the chats and coming to the sales, being active in the chat rooms. It really, really does matter a lot. So you can do little simple things like that to get your footing in with the community a little bit. I can't get, that's as good as you can get, Willie. I can't get my foot up that high. I'll fall out of this chair. Dusty Moose is on the loose. She's on the loose. There she is. Good morning, Miss Moose. When are you and Willie coming back out to Indiana? So, I basically, if you're watching on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, you aren't seeing the whole chat. There are 87 people here in the chat, and the most of them are over here on Vamp. So, like, you won't see what Willie is saying because you aren't here. You can only see if he was on the YouTube. Now, Dusty Moose is on YouTube, so you can see her chat. I'm going to put the link in on, if my mouse will work, to this live in the chat on YouTube. Then we're all going to take a big swig of our caffeine. So I'm going to put, and like the live too, by the way. I went ahead and liked it. So, all right, I put in the link. I'm going to pin it. Pin. I'm also going to keep it down in the chat too, because sometimes the pinned message doesn't work. But I put the link in to Vamp. So come on over. See, Dusty Moose came over. Glad to have you here, Dusty Moose. She really is on the loose. She's running around YouTube and Vamp right now. Oh, and I see your hearts. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. It really does mean a lot. Okay, let me get back over here too, because I can see things on the Vamp chat on my computer a little bit easier. One thing that I am saying, I'm going to address this too if you're watching on YouTube or on Instagram and you're an Instagram seller. We are active. And my camera just fell over. My camera that I'm not using. Anyway, we're actively looking for live sellers to sell on Vamp. As you can see, I am live on Instagram right now. I'm live on Instagram, Vamp, Facebook, and YouTube. So all 4 places I am live right now. So if I was selling something, let's just say, well, I got things in my buy it now. So let me just, I don't have it in my hand right now. You know what? I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get it. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Willie, keep him entertained. Tell a joke. I'm going to grab a couple things. I got to grab that. That's sold. This. That. And one more thing, Misty. One more thing. Oh, golly. We'll do you. Okay. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming back. Whew. I'm not even caffeinated yet. Okay. Did you tell a joke? Knock, knock. Who's there? You didn't tell a joke, Willie. I'm very disappointed. Okay. So. Yay! Yay, Freddie. I'm so happy. That makes me so happy. Okay. So you can see this is a 1966 Mickey Mouse Nabisco puppets. Oh, that's the name. I was like, that's not a puppet. Puppets. Wheat flavored puffs. This is a bank. Now, it never had the coin slot cut out. So this is like a promotional thing. So you can get your cereal in this in 1966. Don't they need to bring this back? I would buy all of that cereal. With all the characters. It is Walt Disney production, so it is. So what I'm saying is there are a couple different ways that you can sell things. on multiple platforms all at one time. So this guy, his paint is really good. I've seen these on eBay and the paint is crappy. He's got really good paint. So you can see, hi Melly. So you can see here, he is $16. And all you have to do for a quick claim is if you are, and now you can do this if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. If you're watching on Vamp, you can just hit the little buy button. But if you are watching it on one of the other platforms, you can see a number down there. Hi, Bug. Claim 7441. So all your viewers have to do is type in 7441 and they're going to get an automatic invoice sent to their inbox so they can pay for the invoice. So I'm live on four different platforms right now, or 4 different places. So it's just giving your audience more visibility to see you and find you. So if someone wanted to buy this bank, all they have to do is type in 7441. I will get a notice that it has sold. They get an invoice sent directly to their inbox. So, oh, this sold to Brenda. I pulled that off there, Brenda. I'll get that shipped today. I gotta be in my shipping hole. Oh, hi, Curated. I'm on Vamp, and thank you. My daughter made these for me for my birthday last year. I've decided, like, the whole month of June, I'm wearing something rainbow on my body somewhere at some time. That's a goal that I've set for myself, but I'm doing that. You know, you do have to, no, you don't have to set up magic comments first. You just have to make sure that your account is connected. The magic comments is a completely different thing where you can share static posts of your items. But it is virtualantiquemarketplace.com. So if you come over, you can apply to be a seller. We just, I'm working on, I know, LaDonna, I saw those. And I may end up, I saw those this morning and I was like, I may have to. LaDonna has some rainbow towels. Let me see if I can find them. And hang on. I'm going to add them, LaDonna. Nope. Oh, gosh. My brain just is not. No, not my listings. Return. Done. All right, here they are. Wait, where did they go? Buy now. There they are. Okay. If you're watching on your computer, you can see that, well, maybe you can't. I don't know. You can see that doesn't make any sense, Helen. You can see how it popped up. So new old stock Canon rainbow butterfly hand towels. They're $14.98. She's got 4 of them available. So if you are interested in those, go and check it out. Click on that link right there. Click on where it'll pop it up, and you can see you can buy them. But it's claim 2415 if you're not on Vamp, which you should be. So come on over to virtualantiquemarketplace.com. I'm going to leave those up there for a minute. But yeah, on Vamp, click the link in the photo to see the photos and info. So getting back to your question, yeah, virtualantiquemarketplace.com, you can apply to be a seller. I would apply, like, if you were interested, I would apply, because I'm getting ready to this week send out the emails for, thank you, James, for sellers. Oh, a long request. Oh, okay. All right. I'll look at that in a second. Because I haven't sent the emails out yet. So if it's something that you are thinking about doing, then apply to be a seller and get in now, because if you don't, then we won't be doing approvals until July. If you've applied and it's been a while, send me a DM or send me an email and I will check out your application. Again, make sure that you have a profile picture and give me some more information. Don't just say, and it asks you the items that you want to sell. Don't just say vintage, because we don't sell vintage clothing. We do sell some vintage accessories, but we are not a vintage clothing marketplace. And we have some guidelines. Every month you have to have at least 10 active static listings up or have 3 live sales a month. So I deactivate seller accounts every month because I only really want people that are actively selling, or not actively selling. That sounds worse than what I mean for it to say. That are actively involved and are active in the marketplace. So I have deleted accounts that they've been a seller since April and they've not listed not one thing. So I ain't got time for that. So if something happens, and there was a little bit of confusion, because if you put your store on vacation mode, I used to see an icon in my seller dashboard that has gone away. So they are fixing that, because that can be problematic for me. And it was this month. Look, we got that fixed, but make sure that you give me as much information as you can. You don't have to write me a novel, but let me know, like vintage toys or vintage glass or antique ephemera or some sort of indication, and then provide me some links. If you have an eBay store, if you sell on Instagram, if you sell on Whatnot, if you sell on YouTube, if you sell on any other platforms, give me the links to that so I can check out the items that you are offering. I do personally vet every single seller, so please make sure that you are giving me some information. And that's just going to help your account get activated. But keep in mind, you got to get those 10 listings up. I do give you 30 days to get your 10 listings up. So if you don't have your 10 listings up before the end of the month, I'll send you an email and say, we're going to give you a little extra time, but please make sure that you do that. Yeah. Pictures of your basement hoard. Sure. Okay. So Jilly says, since we're getting ready to celebrate our 2nd birthday on Vamp, we want everyone to get some anecdotes about their first experience on Vamp. Do you remember what you bought, which seller it was from, and all the good memories for you to share Friday morning? That is a really good idea. So in the community chat, load that up. Go to the community chat and just tell us what has your experience on Vamp been, both as a buyer and as a seller. And those are going to get highlighted during Friday morning's live show with Bug and Jilly. So that's a community show. They take time out of their very busy schedules to help promote Vamp. One thing that I'm going to be more dedicated in doing, and I'm going to just make the time to do it, is to do these live chats in the mornings. Let's take a drink of our caffeine. Hi, Corby's Antiques. So also, if your account was deactivated because you didn't have your 10 listings up, and maybe you're watching right now, apply again. Put a little notation that my account was deactivated, but I'm ready to get my listings up, and I'm going to approve you again. I'm not, we put a lot of time, energy into this, and my admin team is just absolutely incredible. And I feel like I'm not doing this all by myself. I do have a team of people that have been such a blessing to be able to help, and that I know that I can trust to take care of business matters when I'm unable to. So thank you to Jamie Mid-Century Wasted, Enamour Amy, Jay's Harper's Things Vintage, Eclectic Avenue, Bugs Vintage Treasures, and Karen Gillette. So you guys just are incredible. Willie says, I remember the first thing I ever bought. I need to dig it out. You need to dig a lot of things out, Willie. You need to dig some of those things out, and you need to sell some of those things so you can go to Germany with us. Go to Germany, Willie. That's going to be the trip of a lifetime. Audrey Lee Patterson's going to and so is Emma Lane. I don't know. Emmeline and I might be walking in circles this whole time. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting thing. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I want to do more duo sales. I do. I know that that's something I need to just make the time to do it. Going live is my absolute, it's one of my very favorite things to do, is to go live and just have conversation and talk about, cool little vintage pieces. So it's just so much fun. I love it so much. And if you are apprehensive about going live, don't be. Hello, Emerald City. You had to sign into your main account and not my work. That's okay. That's all right. Hi, Patty. Patty's back. If you are a little apprehensive about going live, all I am saying is that it's definitely nerve-wracking at first, but once you start doing it, you're going to love it. And you know what? You may have sales where they're not very successful. Hi, Carrie. And but you learn something from every single sale. And you maybe you don't sell anything, but maybe you've gained followers, or maybe you're getting experience from just going live and kind of understanding how it works. Miriam Cipriano. Those were my last 2 bottles. I almost grabbed those, Miriam. And guess what, Miriam? Since I haven't done my shipping yet, you already unlocked discounted shipping. So I'm going to work on my shipping today. I promise. I'll need to work. Okay, you can do. Oh yeah, I see. You can work on you can work on that later. Work on that later, Jerry. But you go into the same spot where you did when you changed your icon. You do it the same way. I think it's tomorrow. Can't find sellers who sell train. Hi, I can't find sellers who sell. Well, there may not be a lot of that on Vamp, because everything on Vamp has to be at least 25 years old. And that really wasn't a common thing 25 years ago. You know what I mean? So your best place to find that is probably going to be Etsy. I would say check out Etsy. Also check out Vintage Jewelry Addicts. Just type in vintage they're on the District platform as well. We talked about District is the mothership. District is the brains behind the marketplaces. So maybe check out check out Etsy. You could just do a search on Etsy for that, or check Vintage Jewelry Addicts. They may have, because I don't know that they have I think you can sell more modern things. Thank you. My daughter made these out of polymer clay for my birthday last year. Yeah, my Ally earrings. So yeah, check that. That's why we won't have them. But we got the rainbow towels. They're vintage. I have them in the thing. They're $14.98. And all you would have to do, since you're watching on YouTube, is just type in 2415. Now, fiddled dickle. I had to be careful there. I didn't want to say something that I might regret later or mispronounce it in a weird way. Come on over to virtualantiquemarketplace.com and become a member. It's free. We would love to have you. We are an inclusive marketplace. We would love to have you come on over and check out. You don't have to be, we want you to come over as just a community member. So come on over, and if you come on over and you can check out those towels, you can see the pictures of them. I actually, you know what? I'm buying one. I am. Actually, hang on. I'm buying 2. Now there's only going to be 2 left. There's only 2 left now, LaDonna. I was thinking about them earlier. And I just bought 2. Boom. I bought one for me, and I bought one for a friend. So now there's only 2 available. Somebody else buy the other 2 so we can sell them out. It's the beginning of Pride. They're perfect. They're perfect for that. All right. Right. I know. And they still have the tag. And they're Canon, which is like the queen the queen of towels. I can just because I can. I'm the owner of the marketplace. So I can go on. You know what? Watch this. Let's try it again. Gosh darn it. If I'd hit the right button. So let's try. Done. Oh, wait. We got to go. Oh, I'm late. I got to get to. Hang on. Let me find something. Okay. Let me scroll down. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, let's do this just because this is good. Bye now. Where'd it go? Oh my gosh. The awkward silence. Somebody tell a joke. I added something and now I don't know where it's at. Wait, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Move to stage. That, I can show it to you because I got one on my planner. Murder Elf. This is Fatbird Finds. They're a Vamp seller. But look, there's Murder Elf. There's Fatbird Finds. So this is their sticker merch. So you could buy one. They're $6. There's 19 of them available. So if you want to buy a Murder Elf sticker, everybody needs one in their lives. And if you don't know, this is a the Homeco. Put it in your home. Homeco, put it in your home. That's one of the three of the Homeco elves. But this one we've all dubbed the Murder Elf because it's got this nice knife in its hand. So that's a brilliant design right there. So all you have to do if you want to get your own Murder Elf sticker from Fatbird Finds is type in claim 8190 to buy that there sticker. They are water resistant. You can put them on your water bottles. Hey, Lori. See? Now, and that is exactly right. Bug and Jilly do this. They do a community show every Friday, and they will highlight other sellers' items. So they may have some of their items on there too. Hi, Diane. They'll have some of their items that they are selling as well, but they're also picking out things that are catching their eye, and they're bringing them, and they're doing exactly what I'm doing right now and showing the item. I really want to see somebody on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram buy one of these. Lori is a Vamp member, so thank you, Lori. But let's see what it looks like if somebody on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook types in claim 8990. $6 will get you your own Murder Elf. Also, one thing that you can ship to Canada now. You can ship to Canada now. Yeah, you can't, I think. Jilly is our Canadian ambassador. Oh, they may have it set. That might be the way that they have it set. Laura, do you have it set to you only ship in the US? I can't edit that. So you got some people that want, you see, you got Canadians that want to buy your stickers. So make sure that your listings are available to Canada, to our friendly Canadian, because Canadian sellers buyers do want to buy items. And if they can't buy it, then you're losing out on a sale. Okay, she's gonna check it out. She's gonna check it out. So it's really interesting to see the way that the community this community is so lovely that we're all wanting to see one another succeed. It's another, okay. No, it wasn't me. Yes, I know. every week from my Vamp sales, I have at least 3 packages that go to Canada. So if you don't have your items listed to ship to Canada, I have it to ship to New Zealand because we can ship to New Zealand as well. And I think Australia, New Zealand. I have it set because I want it to be able to, they already know that they're going to pay a lot in shipping. They're used to it. They know there isn't anything we can do about that, but I ship a lot to Texas. Viking glass, and that isn't easy to find amongst. Well, then you need to make sure that you check out Fatbird Finds because they got a lot of glass. When shipping to Canada, does it require more paperwork? No. When I ship items to I use pirate ship. I do. I go into my shipping. I do custom shipping, and I use pirate ship so I can have a scan sheet to take to the post office because I go to the back of the post office. I unload my stuff at the loading dock. We have a system. So make sure that you talk about your or you talk to your post office and say, tell them who you are and that you're a seller and you'll be bringing in multiple packages every week. I did that and they're like, come to the back, ring the bell 3 times. I bring my IKEA bags. I put all my boxes to the back loading dock. I ring the bell 3 times. I attach my scan sheet to the boxes or to the bags and I leave. And they bring the boxes in and then they put my IKEA bags in a locker and I just go pick them up. So I don't have to wait in line. It works out like a charm. So I do still have to run in and, inside or if I just have like 1 or 2 packages, I'll just take them in. I love our post office. I like going in there and just chatting with them when I go in there and stop in. They're lovely. So highly recommend talking to your post office and maybe you can work out something that you can bypass the line. But I do that for pirate ship. The way that the pirate ship works, you have to add in a code. So it's really easy to do. It just takes an additional step, but you can use UPS on Vamp. I don't recommend it. I haven't had very good luck with UPS is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you can get things at a little bit cheaper of a rate. And if that is the case, then I would reach out to the buyer, and I have done this, that I can send it UPS for this, but I prefer USPS. What do you want me to do? And sometimes they're like, we'll take our chances, but I personally don't use UPS if I can avoid it. But when you're shipping on platform, if you're doing your Canadian shipping, and I sometimes do this, I just put it in a different colored bag, and I know that I have to take it and drop it off at the counter. You don't have to put in that additional code. You just have to put in your dimensions and the weight, and you print it off, and you don't have to put in any additional measures. I do recommend, though, if you are on pirate ship, if you are using pirate ship, you can get a discount for your customer. I can't remember what it's called. But all you have to do is go into the live chat at Pirate Ship and ask for approval for, what is it called? Someone's going to answer it before let's see. It is called, I will look because I just shipped one. Canadian export, simple export rate. All you have to do, and they approved me right away. And it's actually what used to cost like $25 is jumped back down to like $16. So it is a way that you can save your seller or your buyer. And it just it's sort of like how eBay's, what is that? I can't think of what that's called. When you're doing your shipping through eBay internationally, it gets shipped to a hub. So it won't be, it was kind of startling at first because it wasn't the global shipping. Yes. it wasn't that person's address. So at first I was like, what's going on? But then they get it to the customer. So it goes through that kind of hub first. But it's a way that you can definitely save your seller. And that is one thing too, as a seller on Vamp and as a buyer on Vamp, just know that the sellers are required to refund any shipping overages. So if I'm shipping something and this happens a lot, and I just refund, it's the buyer paid $15 in shipping and it was only $7 to ship, then I will go in when I'm doing my shipping and I will refund their money. It is a way that I think that it is just good customer service, and it's something that your buyer will remember. And I want them to get that $7 back, and then maybe they'll spend that $7 on something else. I've refunded $2 before. I just think that that's good customer service, and that's a great way for you to build rapport with your customer base. I just bought something on eBay. It says ship untracked. I've never had a seller. Why? Was it ephemera? Did they send it? The only thing that I can think of, Brooke, is maybe it was like sent in like snail mail, and then there wasn't a tracking number. That is really weird. Well, I hope you get it. I hope you get it. That is very odd. They may have brought it to the post office instead. Oh, that could be too. That could be too. Yeah, that is really weird. I don't normally send, when you do pirate ship, you can have a setting to where they will email the customer that their item is shipped. I don't really do that on Vamp because they're already getting an email from District. So I don't want to make an additional email that they may not read. What's the cheapest way to send clothes? I think in a poly bag. A lot of times clothing sellers will do like a padded flat rate envelope. I think that's still a thing. I think that I had heard that they were going to do away with the padded flat rate envelope. A lot of people will just use a poly bag and send it ground. I try to send everything ground unless it's something that I feel needs that extra insurance. I could send a sticker to Canada in a regular card. Can I just get an international stamp? You got to have a tracking number is the only thing, because that's how you're going to get paid, is through the tracking number. So what I have done when I've sold stickers is I bought they're like little square rigid mailers. I got them in bulk and on Amazon, and I just slide them in there. And it's really about $4 for shipping. So if you have free shipping on your stickers, Laura, I would bump the price up. I would bump the price up a little bit to cover that shipping. Oh, the Pluto water. It had, so Pluto water is down in French Lick, Indiana. I've done a video on the Misty show. That's my second channel. We did a little tour of French Lick, and we talked a little bit about the Pluto water. It was basically, it was spring. I don't know if it was spring. It was a spring water, but it smelled like, and it still smells. If you go out there, it still smells. It had lithium in it. So it, would make you go. Their saying was where nature won't, Pluto will. So you would drink your lithium water, and it would make you poop, but it also had lithium in it. So it made you feel better. So people was like, I feel so much better drinking this lithium. Well, they didn't know it had lithium in it. Pluto water I feel so relaxed. Well, you were drinking lithium. Oh, it still has water in there. Oh, yeah. Now, Pluto water bottles, when you find them in this area, they command a high price because it's a local thing. So you're probably pretty smart getting it on eBay, because if someone finds a Pluto water bottle out in California, they may just be like, whatever. It's Indiana, and they may not know, but out here, it's a pretty collectible. It's a pretty collectible thing. I have one bottle, um, but it doesn't have the paper label on it. I tend to sell those, and I keep the ones that don't. There was a huge Pluto water auction. Oh, it was in Indiana. Yeah. See, that's why. I went to an auction, an in-person auction, and they had a ton of West Baden and French Lick memorabilia. They had a lot of Pluto water bottles and a lot of stuff. And the museums were there. We had the French Lick Museum and the West Baden Museum, and they were battling, and prices were, it was so entertaining to watch. I mean, just your everyday average collector couldn't afford any of this stuff, but it was so exciting to see these two museums battling. Yeah. Oh, it was great. This was like, oh, it was probably 6 years ago. It was a long time ago, but it was really neat to watch. And then when we went we went to both the museums last summer, and we're like, oh, I remember they were really duking it out for that. So it was pretty fun. It seems like, hi, Susan. All right, I'm going to look at Ashland, Oregon has water fountains in town that, well, they have covered over I'm not saying it's this right. They've covered over the water holes. There was like gazebos, and people would bathe in this lithium water and drink it. It was like the fountain of youth kind of thing. They've covered them up, but you can still smell it throughout. It smells like farts. So you're walking around. It's a beautiful day. And they missed the water is still down there. There's a little creek. The Sprudel, I think that I'm saying his name right. The Sprudel. He was the original mascot for West Baden. Why did they do away with him? He's like a little gnome. He's the Sprudel. You have to Google it, Brooke. He's so cute. They should bring him back. But there's a little creek, and it looks green. It looks a little green. But it's a really neat place. So if you are able, I don't know if Jerry is still here. Jerry, you should go visit French Lick, West Baden, and then you can go down to Patoka Lake and you could visit the Bigfoot sculpture. That's a great little day trip. And you could go to the casino. There is a couple vintage stores there. There used to be another one that I miss. I wish was still there. Fountain of Happiness. I will pay you to take a sample. No, no, that is so gross. It smells so bad. That would be like you're drinking your fart water. I don't know. It's so gross. That's so gross. Okay. I'm also going to show, just because I have him in front of me. Let's see. This guy. Move to stage. This guy. He is a buy it now. He is, again, I haven't done any of my shipping. So if you bought something from me yesterday on YouTube or on Vamp, now's your chance to get in on the discounted shipping. He is a blueberry. Now, wouldn't he be cute with your patriotic displays? Here, Cupid, come up here and help me. Isn't he cute? Now, he's available Thursday, but very cute. And he is 0 damage on him, and he is $20. If you are watching on Vamp, you can just do a buy now. Or if you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, it's claim 1892. So you just have to type in 1892. You can see he's a planter. But I think that when you look at them straight on, they're a big figurine. You could also weight him down a little bit and use him as a bookend with your like vintage children's books. So he's really cute. And then I also have, I just grabbed a few things. This. Now, speaking of, or a valet, that's a good idea too. We've got the Cupies. They're the spirit of Cupies. It's a big resin figurine set. I have 2 of these. This is the other one I have. This is the Spirit of Cupies. It's Jesco, $19.99. And look at their little, they've got their little aprons on. Have you heard of the horrors of Stillwater? Don't look. Oh gosh, I don't want to. I will probably go on that deep dive. I got Shaka up there. Shaka up there is holding on to my naked hamburger man. So this, right? 1999. It seems like it. I graduated high school in 1990. No, God darn it. No, I graduated high school in 1993. I got married in 1998. So here's the Spirit of Cupies. It is $18. And if you're watching and you're not on Vamp, shame on you. But you know, $38.33, $18 for the Spirit of the Cupies in the Buy It Now. And then the last thing, just because I have it sitting right here in front of me, is this beautiful end of day splatter vase. Who do I think I am? Two glassy sisters? Because this is not my, I don't sell a lot of glass. It does have a couple little like rogue pieces of glass in there. But yeah, it is really, really pretty. This would be great in a for a summer display. It doesn't have any chips or cracks. It is hand blown. It is lovely. It's $55 and it's claimed $59.02. And if you click on the thing, you can see the if you click on the title, you will be able to see all of the details. But yeah, that is a gorgeous swirl end of day vase. So those are just the things that I wanted to show, just so you can see as an Instagram seller, you are able, or if you're on Instagram, if you're a live seller on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, you are able to use all of your platforms to have your sale. So if you are selling on Instagram and it's something that you do all the time, why not open up your customer base to Facebook, to YouTube, to Vamp, and Instagram, the customer base that you have already worked hard in building and establishing. You're still live on Instagram. It's still the same format for you because it's still in vertical instead of horizontal. It's a little different for people who are used to it being in in landscape, because that's what we're used to seeing. So when you're watching it, like you're watching it on YouTube, you can see that we are in portrait mode. So that's the only kind of the drawback. But if you're selling on Instagram, you've already worked hard building up that customer base. You might as well get more eyes on your items. You're doing the same amount of work. You're streaming live with your audience, but you're also live in 3 other places. So I highly recommend it. And let me know if you are going to apply to be a seller on Vamp. Let me know that you are a seller on Instagram. And we do, our admin team, we have an Instagram page, which I'm going to remind you guys right now to make sure that you are, that you're following Virtual Antique Marketplace on Instagram. We do, well, I say we, but Bug manages that, and she promotes the sales and gets stuff out there. So if you're creating your post for Vamp, make sure that you're using the hashtags that you see, like virtual antique marketplace, shop Vamp for vintage, Vamp seller. Yes. And that is a thing though too, that makes it really, really nice. You know, and I know this too, this happens on YouTube. You know that sometimes you have someone that will claim something and then they never send you their information and they never pay for the item. And then you're like, well, crap, now I got to sell this again, you know? So the beauty about this is when someone claims an item, they pay for it. You don't have to wait for their information. You don't have to wait for them to pay you. They are paying you as soon as they claim that item. So that's the beauty of it. You don't ever have to send an invoice. And as a buyer, you don't have to worry about sending your information to some stranger on the internet. Your information that you provide when you are a virtual antique marketplace member is secure. And we utilize a payment processor called Stripe. And Stripe is the same payment processor that you use for Amazon. So it is buyer and seller protected. District handles any of if there's any issues with anything, you've got a team behind you that will help you solve those problems. So you are not left trying to figure things out. If someone has a problem with an order, that's what you're paying your commissions for. And you're all in commissions when you are a seller depending on if someone's paying with PayPal, which I'm going to talk about here in just a second, Brenda, it is a little bit higher of a percentage. Just because that's what PayPal charges. So you're all in between 12 and 13% commissions. We do a lot of promotions, like we're doing a birthday party celebration this weekend, and all of the sellers that are participating, their commissions were cut in half for participating in this event. So we do a lot of events like that where your commissions will be, they'll be lower if you're participating in certain events. If you are a seller of the month for the entire month, your commissions are down to 5%. So there are, and you do a duo sale with me. So there's a lot of different perks that you can get. So you've already done the work. You're doing the same amount. Why not have somebody else work to help promote your sale on Vamp as well? So we would love to have you. I'm looking for people who also love to sell live. So that's why I'm kind of doing a call to action for Instagram or Facebook live sellers. We really want to help showcase you and get more eyes on your items and make it much easier for you in the process as well. Because I have my YouTube sales and I always ship. Like Wednesday's my shipping day. I ship my YouTube orders first because it takes longer because I have to send an invoice out. And it can take me 3 hours sometimes depending on how many things I have to ship. And then I go to ship my Vamp orders and it's an hour, literally an hour. And hi, Just Barry. And I made $100 more on my Vamp sale than I did my YouTube sale. And I had an hour sale. So it's very, very quick. And this community is incredible. It is incredible. We're a very, very inclusive community. So we would love to have you come over and join us. Okay, what am I missing? There is going to be... What did I miss? Okay. Oh, Bug says... Wait, if it's a van... let me go back to PayPal. You can pay items with PayPal. I just paid for, it's for buy it now items. So for the buy it now items, you can use PayPal to pay. I bought 2 towels from LaDonna and I paid with my PayPal. So you can use PayPal. You just have to connect it. You can use PayPal to purchase buy it now items. I don't know why, but the live sell items, you have to have a debit card, credit card. So that's the deal with that. So yes, you can use PayPal, which is what I prefer to do as well. But you can use PayPal to purchase the buy it now items. I just used it on, okay. There is a Pride Party Day on June 18th. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know if Bug has put that in the chat yet. We're looking for people that want to participate. We don't do, well, Diane, if you're not a member of Vamp, come on over. Because I see that you're on YouTube, but come on over to Vamp. You can go shopping at your own leisure. You don't have to wait for a live sale. We've got over, I would have to look it up. We got over 3,000 or 4,000 listings. So come and check it out. Do a little shopping and support all kinds of different live sellers. And I will say that too, once you buy one thing, you do have discounted shipping. So if you're now per seller. So if you buy something for me and then you buy something for Bug and you buy something from Jamie, you're going to have to pay shipping for all those different places. But I say, if you like, say you want to check out LaDonna's items, so go to LaDonna's, check out all of her items, go through her virtual booth. Heart items. Okay, I was way off. 13.4 thousand items listed on Vamp right now. So that's a lot. That's a lot. So heart items, click the little heart and you'll probably get sent an offer from that seller. Now, some sellers may not have, which to me is crazy town. They may not have their offers turned on. I don't know why, but so maybe you won't get an offer if they don't have their offers turned on. But I highly recommend you I highly recommend you ship to Canada and New Zealand. And I highly recommend that you have your offers turned on. Because when someone hearts your item, you'll get notified. And then and I do. Like, go ahead and heart a bunch of my items. And I will send you offers today. And you might as well do it now because I haven't done my shipping yet. And you can get discounted shipping. Hi, Karen. Good morning. Hi, Gavin. I don't know if Gavin's around, but hi, Gavin. So I just my call to action. If you would like to join the Vamp seller family, we are actively looking for sellers who want to sell live. Obviously, we're happy to have sellers that just want to sell statically. But in my opinion, I have said this time and time again, the live sellers are the backbone of Vamp. And I don't mean that if you're a static seller that you're not as important, because you are. But having that live engagement helps the whole marketplace as a whole. So if someone is live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, people are going to be walking by. They're going to be like, what's going on? So then it's going to cause the buyer to come over to the marketplace and shop the entire marketplace for both live sales and static sales. So that's why it's really, really important that we get some live sale action going, and to stay consistent with it. You know, we have a lot of great sellers. Like I will say, Finds by Bob's daughter, Sharon. She is lovely. She is so much fun. She is very, very consistent. She has sales every single week, multiple sales every single week. And some of the sales, she may not sell anything. She's so fun though, too. She's just got a lovely personality. But she has been selling things. She has worked really, really hard to build her following. And she's stayed consistent with it. So that's a really, really beautiful thing. She's staying consistent with it. Jilly says, I'm curious, viewers or customers, what is your favorite time of day to attend a live sale? That's a really good question. So answer that, guys. What's your favorite time of day? Do you prefer daytime sales, early morning sales, late night sales? Like, what's that sweet spot? So Britta says, I bought something from Misty's. You did. You bought him. I grabbed him when I got that's the thing though, too, when you're watching a live sale, it's good idea if you see other things and they're buy it now to go ahead and buy it. Cause then you've already unlocked that discounted shipping. And then you know, so Diane says daytime sales. Dusty Moose says evening sales. We got a tie. I'm gonna experiment a little bit with evening sales. I like a daytime sale just because I like my evenings free. Lori says morning. Oh gosh, I'm letting my daily sip get watery. Either. That would be a really good question too, Jilly, to ask in the community chat. I do want to say though too, if you're watching and you are a Vamp seller, for the love of all things Elvis, why are you not checking the chat rooms? Why are you not checking the chat room? That's the only place that you are going to get updates and news. We're not sending out, you're not going to get an email with any kinds of news and updates. You're going to get all of the information, all of the events that we're going to be doing, as far as even getting reduced commissions. Any kind of announcement is going to be in the community page. And I will I have deactivated accounts, and then I'll get a message. Why was my account deactivated? Well, you didn't have 10 listings up. Oh, well, I didn't know. Oh, really? Because we say it in the chat about 18 million times. So that is like my biggest pet peeve is if you're selling in a marketplace and you're not knowing what's going on in the marketplace. So my God, once a week at least. I say once a day. We all do this when you're in bed at night and you scroll through Instagram, and right before you go to bed, you're scrolling through Facebook. Pick up your phone and get on Vamp and check out the chat rooms to see if there's any information that you might be missing. It's not hard. That's all I'm saying. Yes. Our admin team, like we're doing everything that we possibly can to support you as a seller. But my gosh, you got to at least come in and know what's going on. What did Brenda say? I'm not a seller. Thanks, Brenda. Thanks. Now, I will say that if life is lifing right now, which it does for a lot, we all have periods where something's got to give and you just need to take a break from the noise. And you're like, I'm not going to be able to do this. All you have to do is reach out to me and say, hey, Misty, I'm going to put my store on vacation mode. Life is lifing right now. And I gotta figure some things out. Please don't delete it. I have gotten these messages. And we're going to work with you. So communication is the most important thing. So we just need to know. We want you to be successful. We want you to, to feel like you're an active, engaged member of this community. But if things are going on in your life right now and you need to take a little step back, then absolutely reach out and let me know. Let one of the admin members know. We have the admins, we do communicate in a chat room that's just for admin members. So we are constantly, talking about things and trying to constantly improve. We just met on Monday. We had an admin meeting on Monday, and we come up with plans and ideas that are going to help support you and a seller. Yep, absolutely. I know life is life. And now we're fine tuning it a little bit. We do have one of the guidelines about canceling sales. We had seen several sellers that would like every day they would have a sale scheduled. We'd promote their sale, and it wasn't just one, it was multiple. And then we would promote their sale and make an announcement, and then they would cancel their sale like the morning of or the day of. And we didn't know why, but it was like it happened a lot. So we had to make a guideline to where if you cancel X amount of sales without an announcement, without letting the people know, because that's kind of like, if you're doing a disservice to your audience if they're like, oh, well, they're going to have a sale today. Misty's having a sale today. I'm going to go to Misty's sale. I got my coffee. I'm going to hang out with my people. It's going to be fun. I need this. I need this time. And then you've canceled it. And they're like, and if you're doing that every single week, that could be a problem. So reach out. If you have to cancel a sale, reach out to the community. Put it a little blurb. Reach out to one of the members of the admin team. We will work with you. We are here to support you. And whatever life is throwing at you right now, we definitely want to work with you, but we also have to look at it from a big picture point of view. And I've actually, believe it or not, I have had buyers reach out to me and send me a message and complain about such things. So when if I'm getting a lot of the customer base reaching out to me, then it's bringing things to my attention that I have to address. Oh my God. And that looked horrible, LaDonna. Yeah. Or we'll stop showing up. That's right. Yes, we are. Misty, I want to start selling, but I'm so nervous to get going. Absolutely. I will help you. I think that you'll be fine. I really do. Honestly, Brooke, if you wanted to, if you wanted to even come here and bring 10 things, I will help get you started. I'll be right here with you. I'll show you how to do it. I think, Brooke, you are iPhone, right? Brooke she lives near me. Okay. Well, I know you're waiting for Quinn to start school, but you know what? Here's the thing, Brooke. You could wait for 10 years. You just got to do it. No, you do it before then, Brooke. Bring the girls here. I will entertain them while you get started. And then you can just list statically until August. We'll introduce you with the live. You bring the girls here. You won't be. It's going to be fine. I will be right here with you. I will entertain the girls. You're good. It'll be fine. I promise. I promise. You got good stuff. Follow Brooke on Instagram. She's got amazing things. Amazing things. Listen, you need to go and watch my very first live sale. I need to find it, and I need to post it in my community tab. I had no idea what I was doing. None. Not a clue. Nobody was really on YouTube. There wasn't anybody that was really doing it yet. And I was just like, I just closed my brick and mortar. I had all this inventory, and I needed a way to get used. I needed a way to do it. And I thought, well, I'm going to try it. I didn't know. I was like, you email me and I'll give you these things. The first person to email me. And then someone was like, well, can't we just tell you what we want in the chat? And I was like, yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess. And I would show, 15, 20 things, and I would maybe sell 3. So it's nerve-wracking at first. It definitely is. Like LaDonna said, don't get in your head. And it's not an empty nest, says it's not as scary after the first show. Nerves are still there for people. The people are awesome. And honestly, if you are struggling during the sale, or like sometimes you can go off the rails a little bit, like I do a lot. And then someone will say, if someone in the community will be like, what's your next item? And you're like, okay, I got it. I'm getting back on track. So I promise you, it is not as scary as you think it is. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you so much. Getting older is a gift. It is. It's a gift. Not everybody gets to. There are lots of people that never made it to 50. So every age that you get is a gift to be that age. And also, you reach a certain point in life where you're like, I am not letting people walk all over me, and I am not going to take any crap, and I am not going to, you just get to that point as you get older. Oh, yay, Bug. Oh, we're just having a chat, Nanner Banana. We're just having a little chat, just trying to, I'm going to be going pretty soon, though, because I got shipping. Oh my gosh, my dad, he was supposed to have a virtual appointment, and I was supposed to help him with, but he did not come. Oh, look at how cute that is. Oh, Bug, I need Bug. Do I have your permission to have stickers made of that? I love that, Bug. I love it. I love it. Yeah, we're gonna get some merch made for that. I absolutely love that. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, Diane, I'm so sorry. I just saw that. Oh, that would be a good t-shirt too. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Helen. Oh, Diane, I am so sorry. But yes, I mean, you can definitely attest to that. That every day is a gift. And, struggling like I have struggled this year for me I have really, really struggled like with my mental health, like really, really bad. I am now, well, they made me stop taking my hormones for my surgery. So it's going to be rough, but we'll get through it. That has been a lifesaver for me. And obviously taking my medicine that helps keep me a little balanced. But it is a gift. And I think though, when you're struggling with struggling with mental health, and you look at things and things aren't so bad, and just knowing that every day is an absolute gift and you have to live your life to the fullest. You do. We only have this one life to live, and we have to live our lives to the fullest, and don't second guess yourself, and don't coulda, woulda, shoulda, because you may not ever get a do it. So hugs to you. Everyone gather in. We are giving you a hug, Diane, because sometimes people just need a hug. And we want to make you laugh too, Diane. So I always say though too, that is a definite plus in life, is to be able to laugh. Laugh at yourself. Maybe not laugh at other people, Don't laugh at other people necessarily, but it's good to be around people that can make you laugh. So grab your friend, go get coffee, and just have a laugh. That's the best medicine. I'm actually meeting up with someone who is struggling mentally right now tomorrow. And my goal with him is to just make him laugh. So that's the best medicine. And we're going to eat breakfast, and we're going to Daily Sip. But we're going to laugh. Oh, thank you, Doc. I'm so glad that sometimes I think that is the best, just laughing, and sometimes being acknowledged. Laughing at I think that is a really good point too, though, Karen. It's okay to be silly and goofy and, wear bold and bright, weird glasses and earrings and whatever you want. If it makes you happy, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I absolutely, just listening to them. And that's one of the things though, that when I was working for the school system, I would sometimes a kid I like to work with the kids that were struggling, that were like behavioral problems, because honestly, they just needed somebody to sit down and talk to them. So what I did, I could take small groups out, and I had the pleasure of working with small groups. Instead of having a classroom full of 30 kids, I could take these small groups out, and I could take a kid out at a time. And sometimes they just wanted somebody to sit and look at them in their eyes and listen to them. And they just didn't have that. Their parents were just trying to make ends meet. They were busy. They were working 15 jobs, and they may have had very good intentions, and they were good parents, but sometimes they just needed someone to just sit down, look them in the eyes, and listen to them. So I think that is really important. And I think that us as adults, we need that sometimes too. That's not just a thing for kids. Sometimes adults need that as well. What did Willie say? What did you show him, Willie? Or Karen? Karen showed Willie her you-know-what. Oh my gosh. Yeah, group Marco Polo is a good thing. Emmeline and I have one with my sister Christy, which is Emmeline's daughter. And I know Christy is just like, I am not listening to this nonsense any longer. It's so funny because, Emmeline is so excited about going to Germany. Her shower curtain is a big map of the world. And she's like, I have this in here so I can pull my shower curtain. And she was like, look, Misty, we're going to be here and we can maybe go here. So she's showing me on her shower curtain the places that we could go. And I even asked her, I said, Emmeline, get out your shower curtain. And how close is Switzerland to Prague? So, everything can be fun and funny if you make it that way. You could be facing, like, I am not looking forward to next week. I am not looking forward to having this surgery. There is a possibility that things could go way wrong. And all I know is that I'm going to eat everything that I want to eat as long as I can eat it, because there is a possibility that I may not get to do that anymore. So something really bad could possibly be happening, and you just got to focus on, I'm still here. I've got these people that are here. You got to focus on the good and not the bad. If you're constantly focusing on the bad, then that's just going to make it, you're going to get yourself into that mindset that it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, and woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. And you could feel woe is me, and you could feel scared. And I think all of those feelings are very valid. But I think just looking at, if you have one negative and trying to find some positive out of it is kind of the beauty. It's kind of the beauty of life in general. She kept something in her. Keep it in your bra, Karen. Keep it in your bra. I hope to goodness you can eat all the Mama Pam cookies. That's going to be pure torture, Amy. Maybe you should send them now. Can I eat them all before? I'll eat them all before. Oh, thank you, Diane. I know. Willie's having surgery too, apparently, Amy. Oh, they can do amazing things. Well, I mean, they've tried 3 times. So maybe the 4th time will be the charm. And maybe, I don't know. We're not gonna breathe life into anything. The cookies are for healing. I love shortbread cookies. They are my favorite thing. Cindy made me a cake for my birthday, and oh my gosh, there was so much cake. My cake. She made me my cake. It is so good. I eat a piece every night, and I'm only down to 2 pieces left. Ugh, it's so good. Aw. Well, listen, y'all are just as much of an inspiration to me. May the 4th be with you, and also with you, and also with you. Yeah, I'm having a lobotomy. Oh, thank you, Mike. Mwah. I'm having a lobotomy. I don't think they do those anymore, right? Oh, you're having a lobotomy. I thought you were having you're having a vasectomy? I know Willie would probably say that he's having a hysterectomy. Emily, we were just talking about you. Agreed, Angela. Maybe there should be more. Willie does have PMS from time to time. Think of it like a day of napping. I did this when I had my throat surgery for cancer. My husband made me laugh, and I had to have by saying I had a Colombian necktie. See? You found the humor in a really yucky situation, and I love that. I love that. Did you flip him off after he turned his back? It was good. I was telling everybody about your shower curtain. And I was like, Emmeline, go look at your shower curtain. How close will we be in? And I'm going to say again, if you want to go to Germany, well, I say Germany, they do lobotomy still. Didn't they decide that wasn't a good thing? Do they still do like shock therapy too? Golly gee, I hope not. Oh no, no. Haven't they decided that was not good? I thought that for sure that was like it's different now. Still. Okay. I'm just thinking back like in the 1940s, and like, didn't they do that to one of the Kennedy kids? She was never the same after that. Hi, Shannon Farrar. I will say though too, one person that is very much an inspiration who remains positive when they're faced with a lot of trials and junk in their life is Emmeline Darlene. She's got a lot on her plate, but she is always a positive force in life. So she's always a positive force in life. I was going to say, Germany. I say Germany because we're going to 3 different German Christmas markets, but we are going into the Czech Republic, and it's a guided trip. It's a group travel trip. So if you are a single person, or if you are a person and like you want to travel, but your partner's like, I ain't going anywhere, you can go, but you'll be with us. So it's going to be just like what we did in Ireland. My 3rd Ireland video will come out this evening. And you'll see more of the group stuff. We're still not, the next one will be out of Dublin. When you're in Dublin, there's not a lot of green pastures, let's say. When we get out of Dublin, you're going to see more of that. But it's a group travel event, so it is, I'm telling you, it is, and Susan can attest to this too if she's still here, because she went with us, and she's been to Europe many times. So it is very curated, and there wasn't a lot of thinking to it. You are told, like in the group, we have a group chat, and everything is like, meet in the lobby at such and such time. We're going to load onto the train. And it's just, everything is so coordinated, and you're traveling with a concierge the whole time. So we all have our own little personal concierge. We will have, and they will also speak the language. So they speak, they speak German and they speak English. And we have a driver, we've got transportation provided. And we are going to German Christmas markets. We're going to be doing some German shopping, some vintage shopping every day. If you want to, it's optional. You have your evenings free to kind of do what you want to do. You don't have to do things with the group, but the group is always doing something. So maybe you want to take a date night. Maybe you want to, there's a museum that you want to go to. You have the freedom to do things on your own as well, but we'll have dinner, we'll have breakfast together every day, and lunch, and just explore and just have a lot of fun and do a little bit of bonding. I might do, I kind of talked, and I'm going to see what the group wants to do. I'm going to put an email out, but maybe we can have a little session where we're going to talk about, selling vintage and all that kind of stuff. Bye, Diane. I hope that you have a great day too. I know I got to go here in a minute too, but you get me live and I can't stop because I love spending time with you guys so much. But if it's something that you're interested in doing, send me a message and I will get you the link so you can check out the itinerary and check out the details. The hotels may change a little bit, but they are all nice 3-star plus hotels that we stay in, and that is included in your price. And it was life-changing for me. And it's all I want to do now. I just want to see everything. I'm looking at 3 trips next year. But I'm working right now, focusing on the German Christmas market so we can kick off the holiday season together. So if that's something that you want to do, I can get you into the right destination, and I can also work on getting you a little bit of a discount code as well. So if you reach out to me personally, if you just go over to the link and you book it, after you've booked it, I can't work with you to get you a discount. But if you email me or send me a DM, then I can make sure that you are getting a discount. So, all right. Does anybody else have any other questions before we go? I want to just do a little bit of a announcement as far as what's going on for the rest of the day today. So at noon, sorry, LaDonna, I'm not going to be on here so I can rate into you. But at noon, LaDonna is having a Buyer's Choice Tiny Treasures sale. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I will have that on while I'm doing my shipping. And then tomorrow at 1 Eastern, there is a duo sale between Emerald City Vintage and Thrifting with ADHD, 2 Canadian sellers. So if you are a Canadian buyer, Canadian sellers. Now, if you are a U.S. buyer, they can ship to you and everything. But if you're a Canadian buyer, make sure that you are checking out. Check out the catalog too. They've got amazing things. Hi, Carla. And you can put in pre-bids. So if you are working during the day and you can't attend the sale, you can put in a max bid and the programming will bid for you. So if there's something that you're interested in, the programming will bid for you so you can still win that item even if you're not there. And then tomorrow at 4:30, at 4:30, our girl Sharon Finds by Bob. Oh my gosh, I just took the whole thing off. Finds by Bob's Daughter is having a sale tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. It's a glass sale, so make sure that you check that out. And then Friday at 9 a.m., I'm going to be there. It is the Vamp community show. I mean, I'm going to be in the chat. I'm not going to be on the screen, but it's the Vamp community show with Bug and Jilly. So come over and check that out. And they're going to be just chatting about Vamp and just a very good community building event. Thank you, Carla. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then Friday night at 7:15. Anyway, 7:15. Emmeline, Darlene, and Willie is having their live sale in chat. And then Saturday, starting at 10 a.m., is the kickoff of Vamp's 2-year birthday bash. So a lot of sales going on this weekend. I'm going to kick it off at 10 just for 30 minutes. Then we'll raid into Delane's sale. And then I'm going to have a sale on at 2 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be a buyer's choice, but it's going to be like pick out of these 3 things. The glass sale, Shannon, is tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. is the Kiss My Glass sale. So lots of sellers going live. So come and check that out. Oh gosh, we got people showing up for the Tuesday night, next Tuesday's sale. So, it's on Vamp. It's on Vamp, Shannon. Virtualantiquemarketplace.com. That's where it'll be with Finds by Bob's Daughter. She's got a lot of great items, and she's so lovely. Hey, Delane. Ooh, that is good. And Delane, just so you know, I did mention that in my meeting yesterday with District, and that's something that she said that she will bring to the team about putting in a note prior to the sale instead of doing it the day of. So like Delane said, during her sale on Tuesday, a $2 discount for any requested item. So check that out. Yeah, I mentioned that, so hopefully we can get that going. Did anybody heart any of my items? Oh, Sue's following me. I'm going to follow you back. So make sure that you're following me. And I will follow you back. Oh, look, somebody liked one of my items. I'm going to send them an offer right now. Send an offer. There we go. I sent an offer to you, Susan. Oh, I'm going to send another offer to this guy. We're going to send an offer. Boom. We sent an offer for that guy too. So yeah, you send me, and that's the thing that, go do a little bit of a stroll and see if there's anything that you like and hit that heart button. Hit that heart button so the seller will get notified. Hey, Lucky Chase Noel accepted my offer. Hi, Jay. Yay. Well, I'll get that shipped off today, but I just created a post for my show tomorrow. Yay. Yay. See, you know what you're doing, girl. You know what you're doing. But again, before we leave, if this is my call to you, Instagram, Facebook, live sellers, come on over, fill out an application. Like I said, you can multicast. You can be on several. Hot diggity dog. Emmeline, bop that Mickey Mouse. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. That's my Mickey Mouse song for you. So join us. It's a lot of fun. Be able to multicast on multiple different programs with the audience that you have already cultivated and worked really hard to get. I know I don't have to send an invoice because guess what? Emmeline already paid. She already paid. Pedro likes it too, Helen. I told her. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to eat my built. Has anybody else tried these yet? Don't throw them. I'm an IQ bar girl. I'm an IQ bar girl, but these are freaking amazing. I don't have any kind of code or anything. I know. I don't like chocolate. So they've got like a brownie batter one. But this is dark chocolate. Lori, I love the IQ bars too, but these have more protein and they're less calories. The IQ bar has 12 grams of protein. These have 17 grams of protein. They're so good. I did. They're expensive. They are expensive, but they're a meal replacement. So if you're thinking, whatever, Helen, if you're thinking that you're replacing your, a meal, then, it kind of evens out a little bit. They're a little expensive. I get mine on Amazon. You can sometimes find them at Walmart, but you only get like 6 of them. That's only going to last a week. But I usually will grab these for breakfast and eat them. They are cheaper than Amy. I still love Amy. I love that Amy, and I love Ephemera Amy. Why did that do that? Mr. Webb? Anyway. Hi, John. Hi, John. Okay. Amy's expensive. She is expensive, but she's so good. And I like to eat her every night. That sounds so bad. You know what I mean? Amy's enchilada. Last night I had Amy's ravioli. True bar. But if it tastes like a protein bar, I ain't not going to like it. Thank you, John. My daughter made these last year for my birthday. Let me just show you what this is. Okay. And then it is like marshmallow. This one's coconut, but it doesn't have flakes of coconut in it. And it's like a candy bar. It's so good. Okay, I will try True Bars. Maybe that's all I'm going to eat is it's a marshmallow. Marshmallow. Ooh, I would like that. I'll have to try those. I also like the pesto pasta. I like those too. Yeah, the good one. I don't like chocolate, but I like these, and these are dark chocolate. Okay, I'm going to go so I can get my shipping started. Thanks again so much. I'm going to try to do these at least a couple of times a week. I can't do it for an hour and a half though. But I could, but I'm just saying I can't. I could, but I can't. Anyway, thank you guys again so much. And thank you for your support of Vamp. It really does mean a lot. It is it's my whole heart is in Vamp. And I really hope that you come over. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not a member of Vamp, come over. There are so many wonderful sellers that are professional and they get your items. They have to send them out within 3 days. So come on over and support all of these beautiful sellers over on Vamp. If you're not on Vamp, why? Why? You don't have to download an app. You just go to virtualantiquemarketplace.com. And everything on Vamp is at least 25 years old. So you're not going to find... You know, when you sometimes go to an antique mall and you're like, where are the antiques? It's curated. It's curated vintage. So come on over, join our community in the chats. We would love to have you. We would love to have you come over. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys again so much. And I will see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, over on Ephemera Amy's YouTube channel. There she is, meow, meow. And then Saturday morning at 10 a.m. to kick off our birthday weekend. Thanks, guys, so much. Mwah! And I will see you on tomorrow night or on Saturday. Meow, meow. Oh, not refresh.